So what's going to happen in the stock market this week? And what should you do to get ready? What's up, guys? It's Jeff. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I expect to happen in the stock market this week. It's going to be a wild ride, so stay tuned. Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell. I put a lot of effort into these videos, and all I ask in return is for you to sit back, relax, and smash that like button. It really does help the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it. And as always, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and you should do your own research. So I promise this video is going to be short and sweet, so let's get right into it. There's a bunch of things going on right now in the stock market that I want to talk about. Number one, it seems like we haven't bent the curve everywhere in the United States. So we're seeing what some people are calling a second wave, but what is probably really just a continuation of the first. Now, this in and of itself is not the issue. The issue is that places like Texas and Florida look like they're about to shut down again, or at least roll back a little bit. So the issue there, obviously, is that's affecting a big chunk of the population. That's over 50 million people right there. The other thing to look out for is mortality rate, because if infections go up, but hospitalization and death rates are stable, then there's less need to worry. But in any case, I don't think we're going back to anywhere near the March lows. Number two, quarter end rebalancing is upon us. Now, I talked about this in my last video, so I won't go into any more detail on that. Number three, Joe Biden is ahead in the polls big time. Now, this could be a massive problem if the Democrats win the presidency and the Senate, and then they also choose to roll back the corporate tax reductions that Trump put in place when he was elected. Now, if those tax reductions go away, that's a huge potential impact on the S&P 500 of about $20 in earnings. So it would go from $150 in earnings currently to about $130. So the impact on the PE ratio would be massive. It would take us from right now we're at 21, 22, it would take us above 23, 24. So just to be clear, I'm not saying anything political here. I'm completely not political. I'm not saying the Democrats or the Republicans are good or one way or another. All I'm saying is that if the Democrats were to win and they chose to roll back the corporate tax rate reductions, that would have a massive impact on the stock market. Now, obviously, with the Trump administration, there may be other things that we need to worry about, but we certainly don't need to worry about that issue because he's the one that put them in place. Number four, market technicals are not great right now, so expect some selling pressure just based on that, based on people that just look at the charts and that are market technicians. Number five, there's going to be low stock market volumes given the 4th of July holiday this coming Friday. And finally, number six, earnings season is upon us. So companies are going to start reporting Q2 earnings in mid to end of July. So here's what I'm doing. Now, most importantly, as I always say, I'm not panicking. I'm ready for the stock market to go back down. And frankly, we're in desperate need of a correction, right? So this is actually a healthy thing. I see it as a positive. Like I said before, I don't expect us to get back to March lows, but we might see another 5 or 10% correction in the stock market. So I'm keeping some cash on the sidelines. I've got together, a buy list of stocks that I'm watching. I'm staying away from any kind of speculative plays because I just don't think right now is the right environment for that. And frankly, most environments aren't good for spec plays. Now, I probably won't be a buyer next week unless I see some amazing sales. But again, I do have a watch list that I'm watching, and we'll go through that in a few minutes. Right now there's too much unknown between the public health issues, earnings seasons, elections, geopolitics. At this point, I'm pretty much fully invested. I do have some cash on the sidelines from some stocks that I sold recently after they went up way too high. So I'll be looking to put that back in very slowly over the course of July. So here's a few different areas that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at what I consider to be best-in-class companies and best-in-class stocks. The two there that have gotten hit a little bit last week were Google and Facebook. So if they go down again this week, I'll be looking at those ones. There's another group of stocks that have just gone crazy in terms of valuations, and for good reason. These are just incredible business models. So the four that I've got on my list are Zoom, Square, Shopify, and DocuSign. I love all of these companies. I just think the stocks have run up too much, and the valuations on these are tough. So I'm going to use if there is a pullback over the next couple of weeks, I'll use that as an opportunity to buy back into some of these stocks. And then there's the mid-cap growth sector. The area that I love the most is software as a service. There's a bunch here that I'm following: Cloudflare, Okta, Zscaler, CrowdStrike, and Coupa. I also love the healthcare sector. There's a couple in there that I think are just absolute standouts: Teladoc and Livongo. And then in the social media area, I'm looking at Pinterest and Spotify. So what stocks are you guys watching? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, I'd love to start doing a monthly Q&A video. So comment below any videos you guys want to see me make. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please give me a like. And as always, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have an awesome day.